Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love reading. I do have a few announcements before we get into it. So if you want to go ahead and fast forward to the start of the reading, that's totally fine. And I will timestamp these down below since we're going to be breaking it up between the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies. Okay, so definitely check that out. It's in the description box. All right, so anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk about a few things before we get started. So for those of you that don't already know, we have started a Twitch page. So definitely follow us there if you're interested in attending any future live streams similar to what we do on the YouTube live streams, but we now have my daughter with her own page where she's going to be able to get purchases for those readings, and we're separating them. So the first half of the live stream will focus on her being able to interact with you guys and giving you the opportunity to ask questions if you have any questions. We're going to be offering 5, 10, 15, or 20-minute reading options. It, of course, doesn't have to just be about love, romantic relationships. It could be about anything. The 15-minute and 20-minute readings will allow you to ask up to 2 questions. And again, it could be about anything. So we're, as I've mentioned, going to split it up where she does her thing for about an hour or so, just to be able to give you guys the chance to book your reading ahead of time. And that way, once I'm live, we're not having to worry about who wants a reading, how do you pay, and all that information. We've already taken care of all of those details during my daughter Cameron's live stream. I'll have all of that information down below in the description box. And we've announced it on Instagram, so there are posts related to that. Feel free to go ahead and check those out. Or you can always email us at celestialforecasts.official@gmail.com. Again, I'll have that info down below for anybody interested, but definitely follow us, subscribe if that's something that you're interested in. Now, for those of you, again, who aren't familiar with the Twitch platform, and I'm just learning this as I go as well, since we're fairly new to it. So on YouTube, when you subscribe to a channel, obviously you're just clicking that subscribe button and you're good to go. On Twitch, it's a whole different format where you can follow someone, but if you want to subscribe, I believe there's a cost to it. So it isn't much. As far as I know, it starts at $4.99. I'll, provide that information down below again, based off of what I find out. But I believe if you want to subscribe there, of course, we'd love for you to be able to do that so you don't miss any of the fun perks that we offer on Twitch, and to be able to watch live streams and all of that fun stuff. All right, so that's one announcement. And for our YouTube live streams, we're going to try to offer those. We're going to try for at least 2 times a week, but as we've already been doing, I'll go ahead and announce those way in advance. As soon as we know the details, I'll post it on the community tab here on YouTube and, of course, on our Instagram page. So if you don't already follow me there, my official account is The Celestial Forecast by Carrie. Just recently got verified on Instagram. So if you don't see the blue check mark, it's not me. Okay, so definitely make sure you are following my official page. There's a lot of scammers out there, as you guys probably already know. And the whole drama with the YouTube channel getting hijacked. So we're extra careful with how we do things nowadays. All right, guys. So I think that's pretty much all I needed to talk about. And of course, we'd love it if you like, share, and comment during this video. It definitely keeps our channel in the forefront of things. And that's pretty much it. Let's get into your reading. All right, Pisces, let's go ahead and get into some messages here for you. General advice as always, guys, so please keep that in mind throughout the duration of your reading and take from it what makes sense for you personally. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with the Divine Masculine and to take a look at the current energies there. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at the Feminine energies. Okay, so I'll be starting off with these decks, the Exposed deck, which is my self-created one, the Divine Masculine Revelations deck, which is by Mystic Moon, and another one of my own, the Voices deck. All of these focused on the Divine Masculine energy. I do tend to say he or him when it comes to the masculine, but of course custom tailor it however way it makes sense for you gender-wise, and the same thing applies to the Divine Feminine messages. All right, so what's going on with the masculine currently for this Pisces reading? All right, here we go. And there will be timestamps. I forgot to mention there will be timestamps down below in the description box. You guys probably already saw that message on the screen. All right, so let's begin. All right, here we go. Divine Masculine, what's happening? Oh my gosh. So we are starting off with a twin flame connection here. We have lovable. Okay, so a lovable twin flame connection. Let's see what else. Let's grab one more card here. Focusing on the masculine. And we've got thirsty. Okay, so I'm picking up off of a couple scenarios here, but I'm going to go ahead and pull the rest of the cards before I come through with a message. So from the Revelations deck, let's go ahead and see what comes forward. Because I'm kind of feeling a couple of people that are coming through here. We have beautiful, I look at your picture often. We have emptiness. I miss the feel of you next to me. So if they're looking at your picture, Divine Feminine, and if they're feeling empty, this is probably a situation with your masculine where you guys are not together. So as I've mentioned, I kind of feel either separations here or possibly a twin flame connection that might be going through some challenges perhaps. And then bottom of the deck, we do have words. Our conversations still linger in my mind. So there are perhaps past conversations, whether this was face-to-face, whether this was via text or over the phone or even on social media, whatever that conversation is. And it could certainly be more than one conversation that could have been pretty intense between the two of you. And this is a masculine who's still holding on to whatever it was you guys talked about. There's some energy there that continues to linger. So let's see what this is about. Because I'm feeling that, I'm just going to say it, I'm feeling a couple of Divine Masculine energies. One person who might have not really wanted to get into anything too heavy. You know, the attraction, the chase could have been super exciting, but once the chase was over, the excitement fizzled as well. Even though it could have been a great connection, I feel we might have certain scenarios here where a masculine just wasn't either ready for commitment or maybe wasn't expecting things to get too serious, but maybe it did. And we also have another connection, of course, that could be coming through as this twin flame vibe. For some of you, this could be one and the same person, but I'm feeling for some that it could also be representing two individuals. One person that had commitment issues, and perhaps one person who was ready for that commitment, but there could have also been issues preventing you guys from either being together or staying together. So let's grab some words here from the Voices deck, focusing on the masculine's current vibe. So I feel from that thirsty energy, this is perhaps an ex who still desires you, Divine Feminine. I mean, so does the twin flame, but I feel this could possibly even have been a third party situation. Let's see. Let's grab some words here. Look at this. Stop comparing me to him. I'm telling you, we have more than one scenario coming through here. So I'm feeling love triangles, third parties. Life's lessons only get harder the longer it takes us to learn them. So we might have a masculine here who needed to spend time apart from you, Divine Feminine, in order to learn these lessons. And that can apply to the twin as well. I may not be with you, but in my heart, you're always with me. Wow. Look at this. I see your beautiful face when I close my eyes at night, wishing you were lying next to me again. These lonely nights seem so endless. And just the fact that we have beautiful, I look at your picture often. So these messages for me are tied together. And I can't help but pull this last one. How I deeply regret all those times I pushed your love away, thinking that I could find someone who could love me better. I thought wrong. So yeah, I can't help but feel that we might have a situation here where it could be a love triangle or a third party situation, or even a four-party situation, meaning that some of you guys might have already been in a relationship. The masculine could have also been in another relationship, and therefore two relationships might have been affected. I'm just getting that for some. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. I'll be pulling from my Illuminated Star Tarot. This is volume 2, which is currently being revised, so I don't have it available in my deck shop, but I will soon, and I'll of course announce that. All right, so Pisces, Divine Masculine. So if there was a third party, this could be the twin flame saying, you know, it's like, stop comparing me to this other person because I'm the one that you belong with, you know, something like that. Look at this. And now we've got the 7 of Wands right here. So there's some sort of competition going on here. But I feel it could be the twin, regardless of everything, that's not wanting to give up on this love connection. We've got the 3 of Cups. Okay, so that again could be representing the third party, but it's also a celebratory type vibe with that card. You know, it could be a new beginning in love for some of you, or it could be giving you guys a chance to reconnect. This could also be an indication for the masculine that they're surrounding themselves with their friends, people that they enjoy spending time with, but it could also have been a masculine who was getting themselves entangled in drama. I can't help but feel that for some. And this is the card right next to it, 7 of Cups, you see? So we have a situation with way too many options and choices here. You know, someone who's coming through with that thirsty type vibe, they could be fantasizing about you, Divine Feminine. Yes, that could be your twin fantasizing about you, possibly wanting to reconnect with you and be back together with you. But I can't help but feel this might be a person outside of that connection who's fantasizing about you and sees you perhaps as a very tempting person to go after. You know, it's one of those types of mentalities where they want what they can't have, that sort of thing. And then we've got more 3s popping up. So this is about building a connection together. This is about teamwork, you know, working together in a relationship, and you throw in that third person, that wedge, and this is not achievable. You know, you can't work together as a team if there's too many people in the team, you know what I mean, as far as a relationship goes. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancer, perhaps. We've got the Chariot coming through here. So here's the thing, especially for those of you who are in separation because of infidelity or trust issues or love triangles, or really whatever obstacle stands in the way of you guys being together. This is at least telling you that those things can be overcome, that you guys can actually have a successful reunion or have a second chance at love. And look at this, we've got the Queen of Swords and we've got the Tower right next to that. So this for me clarifies that we have a divine feminine who's got her walls up. You know, she's either single right now or might be successful in other parts of her life, but I do feel she's got her walls up. The Queen of Swords tends to have these clear boundaries, you know, no nonsense type personality, not afraid to cut someone out if they really aren't able to be there for the feminine or show up as somebody who's just as invested in the relationship. And so this right here, of course, representing the fact that the relationship fell apart. You know, it crumbled. You guys went your separate ways, and could have been very painful. It could have also been maybe a feminine who unexpectedly dropped the bomb with this connection, and maybe the masculine just didn't see it coming, you know. And what I'm seeing here, because we have the Seven of Pentacles coming up next. So we've got the Seven of Wands. Both of these cards pick up off of perseverance, you know, being able to overcome challenges, not being able to just accept defeat, so to speak, and wanting to work diligently to win the situation back or win the connection back. I feel this is a masculine who's willing to put in the work, divine feminine, to show you that they're not ready to throw this all away and give up on the relationship. And then we also have the Six of Cups coming through here. For some of you, you guys might have known each other a very long time. This does pick up off of past energies. It could be young love. It could be childhood sweethearts or even high school sweethearts, that sort of thing. And there is this reunion, this desire to come back together. And, you know, if you guys aren't connected, like when you guys grew up together or have known each other a very long time, it could just be this very youthful spirit between the two of you. Regardless of age, you know, you guys maybe love making each other laugh, and there's just this overall youthful type vibe when it comes to this partnership. And there is this desire from the masculine to come back into union, to bring it back together. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some words here and let's see what else we can learn from the masculine. So I'm going to go ahead and pull from my Valentine Connection Oracle here, and then we'll clarify with the Valentine Connection Tarot. Focusing on Pisces, the divine masculine here. All right, what are some words here? I get lost dreaming of you. Okay, so they might be dreaming about you, divine feminine. Let's get back together again. I'm not surprised to see that. Our special connection is extraordinary and unlike any other love I've known. You know, but we do have a Tower moment there, so maybe this masculine failed to recognize that until after this Tower happened and the separation. Our shared memories make me smile. So there's clearly nostalgia. We've seen that already with the Six of Cups. They remember all of those happy times that you guys have shared, divine feminine, and they want to be able to relive that. They want to be able to experience more of that with you. And lastly, the sparks and chemistry between us has ignited this amazing, undeniable bond that can never be broken, ever. So regardless of Tower moments and separations, the spark and chemistry, perhaps they feel, will always be there. All right, so let's clarify with tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Pisces, divine masculine. What else do we need to know here? All right, so we do have the Four of Cups. We do have the Ace of Wands. We've got the Page of Wands. We've got the Star. And we have the Nine of Cups. So what this is telling me here, Pisces, is we might have a masculine who clearly wants a new beginning with the feminine. They're hoping for this. They're focused on this. They're wishing for this. Okay. And they really are hoping, perhaps, Divine Feminine, that you would be open to that, wanting to try again, wanting to give them a second chance. But we have this Four of Cups here. You know, sometimes the Four of Cups can represent the fact that two people are clearly disconnected. You guys are not together. And this represents regrets that the masculine has. For some of you, maybe it's been a very long time since you've either talked or seen or interacted in any way, shape, or form in the 3D world. But I can tell you, and I feel in the 5D, they still think of you. We clearly see that they dream of you. And maybe you're picking up off of that energy, Divine Feminine. But, you know, because of time and again, some of you guys, it's been a while since you've interacted or even spoken, and this masculine might ultimately be feeling that it could be a far-off dream, that it's an impossible dream to manifest, that they've missed the boat when it comes to this opportunity, that it really is a missed chance to get back together, even though they want so badly for this wish to come true. But we see this Three of Cups again. You know, they really want that chance to be able to manifest a new beginning in love with you. You know, that's just how it's representing itself here. We've got the Sun. I feel you represent that happiness, Divine Feminine. And, you know, with the energy coming through here, I mean, abundance comes in many forms, and this is a masculine who wants to be able to bring that into your life. That's what they want to represent. Perhaps you also represent that illuminated path for this masculine to find their way back to you, Divine Feminine. For some of you, perhaps it's worth a try. You know, the Six of Wands does represent success. It represents this very victorious type energy when it comes to this connection. I feel this is a masculine who would love to be able to show you off to the world, like, look, this is my person, this is my feminine, I don't want anyone else but this feminine. But, you know, they clearly have some regrets here over the fact that they failed to recognize that before. You know, you guys clearly had some conflicts here with the Five of Swords coming through like that. Maybe they were unfaithful. They could have been sneaking around, you know, chasing thrills, and this thirsty energy right here, you know, doing whatever it took to be able to quench that thirst. It didn't matter who it was with. And so I have a feeling here with this masculine, they've learned a lesson tied into that, because they ended up losing perhaps the love of their life, the Divine Feminine. All right, so that's what I'm getting so far. Let's go ahead and grab some messages now when it comes to the Divine Feminine here for this Pisces reading. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Exposed 2 deck here. So this is the counterpart deck to the other one. The Exposed deck by the masculines, if I can speak. So this one is the feminine version. All right, so Pisces, Divine Feminine, current energies. What do we need to know here, please? Okay, here we go. Divine Feminine, respectful. Okay. We have intuitive. And we have nurturing. Okay, so any of these cards could certainly pick up off of your energy. And maybe this is something that your masculine either failed to recognize, or knowing full well that you've always been the respectful one in the connection, that you would not ever step out on the relationship, that you wouldn't cheat, that you wouldn't do anything to compromise that. Some of you guys might have already started a family, whether it's a child or children or blended families, and intuitively, you know, you're picking up off of the messages, telepathic communication, 5D interaction from your masculine, regardless of the fact that you guys are not together in the 3D sense. I feel you guys are still able to pick up each other's vibes, you know? All right, so let's go ahead and see what else we can find out for the feminine. I'll be pulling from the Moody Moon Messages deck. This is Honoring the Cycle of the Divine Feminine. This is by Sister Moon Tarot. for this Pisces reading. Divine Feminine. All right, Divine Feminine, self-care. Right now, you're spoiling yourself and loving yourself, as you should. This is also coming forward. Fertile, I want babies. So that's interesting that that's presenting itself here. You could naturally be a very maternal, nurturing person, but there could also be this desire to start a family. And if it didn't happen with your masculine that you are in separation from, there could be possibility towards reunions for those of you who are open to that, of course. Or if it's not going to happen with that person because of how long it's been, this could be you moving on to another relationship where you can start a family with somebody, okay? Let's see what else. And we have this lonely vibe. It would be more beautiful if you were here. So yeah, this is for those of you who are missing each other, that you're lonely without your masculine, and maybe again intuitively you're picking up off of their loneliness. You know, when they think about you, you feel them. That it could be something like that. All right, so let's grab some words from the feminine from the Voices Volume 2 deck, okay? Dedicated towards the feminine energy. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know? For Pisces, the Divine Feminine. Oh my, I'm telling you, look at this. I swear I feel you astral travel into my dreams at night. Yep. Stop comparing me to her. 1 second. Look at this, guys. So it depends really on how this is coming through in your situation. Okay? Stop comparing me to her. Stop comparing me to him. You know, it could go either way. That's interesting how that's coming forward. Okay? So if that's what's going on, then maybe there's something tied into your situation. Wow. All right, let's grab maybe a couple more. I don't know if time will ever heal my broken heart, which for some of you, of course, that makes sense. You know, you're lonely, you're missing your masculine. You guys had a great connection at one point in time, but something clearly created that tower. I wish everyone would mind their own business and just let us be happy. And I can't help but feel for some of you, that's a direct message towards a third party situation. It's like wishing that that never happened, you know, that people just needed to stay away and let you be happy with the person that you were with and wanting to continue to develop that relationship. And this makes sense as well, bottom of the deck. It hurts, it sure hurts knowing that you're with someone else. Yep. Okay, so take whichever one of these is making sense for your situation. I felt that right from the beginning, that there could have been a possibility towards love triangles and third parties here. You know, so not an easy situation to have experienced. Let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. I'll be pulling from my Celestial Cosmos tarot deck. Focusing on the feminine energy now. Okay. And I just got this message, you know, stop comparing me to her. And I feel, Divine Feminine, this is your way of telling your masculine, you know, I demand respect and you didn't give me that. Especially if they were comparing you, let's just say, to an ex or somebody new that they might have moved on to. Ooh, this is interesting. We've got the Judgment. We have the Ace of Cups. We've got the Strength card. We've got the Eight of Swords. We've got the Lover's card. We've got particular signs jumping out. We've got Libra, we have Leo, we've got Gemini. Okay, so what I'm getting from this, Pisces, and the divine feminine, you've got a masculine who clearly wants to reach out. They obviously have had the opportunity, maybe lots of time to think since the last time you guys interacted or spoke or even seen each other. This right here picks up off of the past, okay? Picking up off of where you guys have been and regretting so much based off of how things unfolded. And so this, for me, whenever I see that Judgment card, it's some form of communication, because they've got regrets they want to be able to fix and undo, and or to be able to find closure if it's not a reconciliation. But I really do feel that we have a masculine here who wants to be able to come back. They want a new beginning with you, divine feminine. Whether or not you want that, you've got options here as well, because this can represent a fresh start for you and your masculine. Okay, those of you who are in separation, still feeling the love, the deep connection, but this can also represent self-love if you're just wanting to be left alone right now, focusing on self-care. As we can see right here, it could represent that too, with you working on being able to fill this cup for yourself. You know, and I say this often, I see the Ace of Cups as somebody who's focusing on self-love in order to be able to enjoy spending time with yourself, in order to be able to heal parts of you that need it, to be whole within yourself. You're not looking to anybody to complete you, because you should be complete within yourself. The only thing that you're looking for when it comes to love is for someone to be able to complement your life and add to it, rather than completing you in any way, because that's something that you can achieve on your own. You know, that's just my take on that. And with the Strength card right here, perhaps divine feminine, after experiencing tower moments and painful breakups, this is you going back to this, you know, spoiling yourself, loving yourself, finding the courage to get back up and start living again. You know, you could also be very much in your head over what happened between you and your masculine. But here are the choices now with the Lovers card. You know, this right here is a choice that perhaps you will be given, whether or not to accept someone back in. You know, this can sometimes represent love triangles and third parties, and more than likely making a choice to really steer clear from that and not wanting to get yourself mixed up in all of that drama. But this could also represent new love for some of you, and choosing new love instead of wanting to revisit something painful from the past, you know? And so whichever one you fall into, I feel regardless of all that, there's love, chemistry, and attraction mixed into this card. And it's up to you, divine feminines, how you're able to manifest that in your life, because it might just manifest a reconciliation for those of you who want that. We also have the Hierophant coming through here. This is Taurus specifically. Some of you guys could have Taurus in your chart. You could also be dealing with a Taurus. So this right here, first and foremost, it does represent a spiritual lesson of some sort that perhaps you've learned during this time apart from your masculine, or this life's journey, you know, when it comes to this whole situation. But this could also be representing future marriage. This could also be representing somebody who comes into your life or returns into your life who's ready for commitment. You know, we clearly have a situation already where you know about these conflicts from the Five of Swords because of what we've seen from the masculine. You know, the Five of Swords can be representing conflicts. It's very tense. You know, the arguments, perhaps you guys not being on the same page. And if there were trust issues and infidelities here, you guys definitely argued about it, you know. And the whole competition reference, that competition could have been a third party. Look at this. We now have the Fool, and that's followed by the Emperor. So we have a masculine here, divine feminine, who wants to take control of this situation and to start again. Plain and simple, that's what it is that they are wanting, to be able to show you that they are coming through as a type of partner that is respectful towards you at this point, And hopefully intuitively, if you're picking up off of what they're sending you, you know, telepathically, that you're able to pick up off of that before you guys can actually connect in the 3D, you know. So that's what I'm getting from that. Let's go ahead and grab some words now on behalf of the feminine. I'll be pulling from my Woman's Intuition Oracle. Of course, this deck is geared more towards a feminine, female energy, but you can, again, custom tailor it how it makes sense for you. These readings are always flexible as far as gender, you know, representations, okay? I'm a queen. Treat me like one, even when I'm doing your laundry. Absolutely. You know, they need to remember that no matter where you guys are at in life. And maybe you have a masculine here who forgot that. But they're coming in as the Emperor. So this is a masculine, I feel, who wouldn't have an issue with that. You're also letting your masculine know that you still love them, or that this could also be somebody new. It's like, I love you, having found love after heartbreak, perhaps. But there are those of you who would want to reconnect with someone from your past. When will I see you again? Today, tomorrow, never. So perhaps, Divine Feminine, you just feel like it's up in the air. You're not sure where this is going to go. There's that level of uncertainty. Let's see what else here. And this is confirmation for some of you of what you've endured that might have resulted in that Tower moment in the separation. Deception, lies, secrets, and you're letting your masculine know. It's like, look, you hurt me. You know, you broke my heart, which is why I need to focus on myself for now. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot once again to clarify that. I'll be pulling from my Tarot Teacher. This is the revised edition. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the feminine, what else do we need to know for this Pisces reading? Look at that. Okay, can't make that up. Let me grab this. So we've got 2 Ace of Cups presenting itself here for this feminine portion of the reading. So I can't help but feel, Divine Feminine, that right now you're just working on filling that cup for yourself, which is a good thing. And that's reiterated by the self-care card that we already saw, you know, because in order to find the love that you're looking for, you need to love yourself fully first and find value within you. Yep. And even though you've been hurt with that 9 of Wands, this is you able to overcome that type of pain, learning from what didn't work in the past. Okay, so even though you've been wounded and maybe you could feel like you've got your walls up, you're guarded, that's okay. You know, it's a part of your journey. It's a part of your healing, and you will be able to overcome that. Let's see what else here. We've got the 2 of Wands. Okay, so I actually like that because this is part of the feminine's energy where you're just looking towards the future, you know, getting in a position in your life where you're ready to make decisions that can finally lead you onto the path that you want to go. This can represent progress, you know, but some of you guys might also be feeling restless as far as what's ahead of you. What can the future represent, especially after having gone through so much? But this is also a really great time for you to focus on your healing. And so I really do feel the self-care card is quite crucial towards your path here. So if you feel the need to just spend time on your own in the meantime, and that's a part of what would bring you peace in your life, then absolutely take advantage of that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with taking the time to be alone, spend time on your own, recuperate, you know, relax, go on a vacation, do what it is that you need to do to just be able to think things through, to meditate if you like, you know, or to do absolutely nothing at all. But it's a great time for you to de-stress, to be able to overcome your fears, and to, you know, simply rely on where you're at on your journey. and to be able to appreciate where you're at on this journey, because that could certainly be very healing for you, Divine Feminine. You know, you're not trying to rush this healing. It can't be rushed anyway, so you might as well enjoy the path that you are on, especially with that Four of Swords, you know, because sometimes it's a much needed reprieve, I feel. We've got the World card representing cycle completion, okay? So I feel that if there's a part of you that is acknowledging that, okay, this relationship came to an end because of A, B, or C, and accepting that, this is giving you the chance to start fresh, start over, whether that is on your own. And we're going to be taking a look at the singles messages in a little bit, but it's either on your own or you've just moved on to another relationship that is hopefully way better than where you've been in the past, or this is your opportunity to revisit this connection from your past if you've both worked on yourselves and able to come towards each other and invest fully in the relationship, and whoever did the hurting of the other person, whoever might have contributed to that tower moment, whether it was the masculine or you both had something to do with why you went into separation, this is now giving you a fresh new opportunity to welcome in a new cycle so that you guys can perhaps re-explore the relationship if that's something that you're open to. And look at that, you now have the Sun coming forward. So this right here, we already know it's a part of the direction that you're going, Divine Feminine, to be able to find happiness in your life. It's totally up to you how you want that to happen, you know, whether reconciliation, whether being single and successful on your own, and it's totally up to you when you want to dive into another relationship. That is totally your call. Or whether you're just open to finding happiness elsewhere with a brand new person. Okay, so you've got options here, and the end goal here is for you to be able to experience fulfillment through that Sun's energy. Okay, so that's what we're getting there. So taking a look now, Pisces, at the future energies for your connection, whoever it is that you are thinking about. So let's go ahead and grab some insight here. I'll be focusing on this deck, My Heart and Soul Love Oracle. This is the revised edition. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Pisces, future energies for the connection. All right. Look at this, guys. Goodbye to the past. We've got moving on. Whoa. So this might be coming through for those of you who don't want to reconnect with somebody from your past, okay? And then we have chosen coming through here. We also have wait. Okay, so let's read through these. You don't have to resonate with each and every one. Let's go ahead and take a look and see where this is going. So the past, and it says goodbye to the past. This was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, to leave the past behind, to move on. Interesting how we've got moving on as the next card. The past is where you and I were, where the good memories live, where my dreams of us fell apart. Our time together is over, and I need to find the strength to just say it. Goodbye. Okay, so I kind of feel these might go together, and there are those of you who might resonate with that. It's like, I'm done. You know, that we had experienced a very painful breakup and that whole tower situation, and just wanting to move on, and that's perfectly fine. And we have moving on right here. I've had so much to think about lately, where I've been, where I am, and where I want to be. I know the road I've traveled. It hasn't been easy, but it hasn't broken me. I never thought I'd be traveling this road without you. It was always you and I. If our paths are meant to cross again, we will. For now, I have to move on. So this might even be for those of you, yes, you're moving on. Yes, you have said goodbye to this person from the past. But for some of you guys, you could be leaving it open. You know, that door is open. In other words, if they were to reach out to you, maybe you'd entertain the conversation, not necessarily to come back together, but maybe have a conversation where you guys can have closure. Or for some of you, of course, it could be based off of how that goes, giving it a second chance. Okay. We also have chosen coming through here. You are the one that I want to walk through my days and nights with. The one that occupies every second of my everyday. Please hold my hand forever and never let me go. This could be representing new love for those of you who might have already moved on, okay, or you're already in a better situation, a better relationship. You guys are walking through this journey of life together, but I can't help but feel for some of you guys, even though you're not interested in a reconciliation, this person from your past still chooses you. They still see a possibility of a future with you. You don't have to accept that, but maybe that's where they're coming from. Okay, I'm just kind of feeling that. Hold on one second. Super dark in my office. I'm going to turn on my light. 1 second, guys. Okay. I started this reading when it was lighter. All right, so that's coming through. And then we have wait. Sometimes having patience is excruciating. We just want to take action, try to fix what's broken, what's not working in our relationships. Allow divine timing to do its thing. Don't make any hasty decisions. Take a deep breath, just relax and wait. Just wait. What's meant for you will come back to you. And if it really is meant to be, you know, I really feel that destiny is at play at that point. You know, you don't have to do anything to manipulate that situation in order for a reconciliation to happen if it really is meant to be. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot to clarify this. I'll be pulling from my Yummy Tarot this time. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Pisces. What else do we need to know? Well, Divine Feminine, you're coming in with the energy of the Queen of Cups right here. Okay. Now, some of you could be Cancer and your masculine could be representing Pisces here. So Queen of Cups, as we can see those key words, intuitive and sensitive. And the Queen of Cups is also known to have a very compassionate heart, you know, a calm energy about you. Just kind of trusting that the direction that you're going is where you're meant to go. So it could be you that has moved on and just trusting the journey, you know, perhaps. Yeah, this makes sense. Okay, 7 of Swords, deception, lies, affairs, third parties. You're saying goodbye to that. You're moving on from that. You're not interested in that. Okay. 9 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Wow. The Moon. We've got the 3 of Swords. These are painful cards coming through. Okay. So this is simply depicting all of these experiences perhaps that some of you guys might have had, and you really are severing ties. You know, you are moving on from that because it hurts. You know, 10 of Swords, betrayal, the Moon, deception, illusion, 7 of Swords, deceit and lies, painful experiences. You know, it really did hurt you. 3 of Swords is a possibility towards love triangles, third parties, grief, separation, heartbreak. We see that there. And so this 9 of Wands right here represents the fact that even though you've been through so much and have been through so much pain, this right here, as we can see, it represents resilience, you know? So the 9 of Wands, yes, you were hurt. Yes, you were wounded. You might have dealt with a person that caused you to feel unworthy or unloved, you know, based off of what they did to cheat on you, creating third parties, deception, however way that happened. But this is telling us here that better days are ahead, that you will be able to overcome all of those difficulties and to be able to find happiness. You know, we do have the energy of the sun right there. So you will be able to find happiness again. We also have the Nine of Cups, wishes manifesting for you. Okay, so for those of you, for example, who want that reconciliation, whoever wants to be able to take that first step to get things moving towards a reunion, maybe timing might be a little bit off. So, you know, there is this need to just wait and see and give it a little bit more time. Have patience in order to be able to find the right time to talk about it, come together, and to be able to see each other face to face, you know, before taking action to make something happen here. So I feel in time this wish can absolutely come true for some of you. We also have the Three of Cups. So this, of course, could represent, again, the third party reference, but this is also coming forward as a celebration. Now, if you are single, and again, we're going to take a look at that shortly, this could be representing the fact that you're hanging out with your friends, you're enjoying family, friendships, you know, the people that mean the most to you. You're not sitting at home waiting for things to happen. You're out there, you know, you're socializing, you're happy and enjoying yourself, you know, and yes, it's nice to be able to find love, but you're also not putting your life on hold, waiting for that love to come. And we've got the Ten of Wands. So whatever the past represents, however painful that is, this is a reminder that, yes, that was a burden perhaps for you that you've carried with you. Could have been really troublesome and very difficult to deal with. But this is also a reminder that you have what it takes to be able to let it go and lay it down as well. Lay the burden down, you know? I love this. Okay, so we've got the King of Cups coming forward. So remember, guys, we've got the Queen of Cups coming through here. So you will be able to connect with your divine counterpart in the future. That is what we're focusing on here. The two of you come together and complete the equation, so to speak, not completing each other, but as far as you guys coming towards each other, you know, it's like everything falls into place. Two pieces of a puzzle that finally are able to connect. All right, so in time, the two of you will be able to find each other, whether it's a reconciliation, whether it is a new love. Depends on what it is that you're hoping to manifest. And then we do have the Wheel of Fortune here. So Pisces, I really do feel future-wise that there's some pretty good energies that will be a very welcome gift for you in the future. This is a part of your destiny to be able to experience this. This, of course, can apply to, yes, your love life, but so much else, you know, whether that's tied into your dreams, your goals, your career endeavors, your finances, your health, your friendships, your family connections, you know, so much. And this is telling you that whatever difficulties and challenges you've endured in the past, this is now turning in your favor, and all of that falls away in order for you to experience so much better, and you can find happiness in your life. So I really like how that's presenting itself. All right, guys, so the next section of this reading, I'm calling it the harsh truth because that's the name of the deck, but it really does focus on the harsh truth of a situation, lessons that need to be learned or maybe have already been learned on your journey. This could also pertain to the person that you're thinking about. Maybe you're wondering, it's like, have they learned their lessons? Can they really come towards me as a better person? So I'm drawn to 5 cards here. Pisces, let's see. All right, oops, this one's fallen on the ground. 1 second. Oh, on the floor, I should say. I'm not outside. You already know it's toxic, so why are you staying? Okay, so that's an interesting message, but I feel that makes sense for some of you who aren't interested in wanting to revisit a relationship. 3, a 4th one flying towards me, And there's the fifth one. Okay, what do we have? All right, this one. Being Instagram official doesn't mean you've found your happily ever after, especially for those who put their best foot forward on social media, but it's not reality sometimes, you know? Just trying to show the world perhaps that life is good, life is perfect, I'm in a perfect relationship, but maybe behind closed doors, it's toxic, you know? Could be something like that. Look at this. Social media does not define your relationship. So there's something about that, whether it's on Instagram or anywhere else, you know? It does not define your relationship. And so maybe that's a lesson for some of you guys. You know, maybe that was a main focus for you in previous relationships, to be able to show that status. I'm in a relationship with so-and-so. And then it fizzled and you guys had a tower moment and you had to change that status to single, perhaps. You know, so there's something tied into a situation. Maybe it was unhealthy for some reason. We do have change can only happen if you do. Very true. And lastly, if you believe it's never going to happen, you're right. Okay? So that applies to anything. It's like if you already believe it's not going to manifest, then you've already created movement towards that situation to where it will not happen. And then it just creates these blockages that stand in the way of manifestation. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else we can learn here. I'll be pulling from my Tanyelu Tarot deck here, Pisces. Angels and spirit guides, please, what else do we need to know focused on these lessons that need to be learned? For Pisces. Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is a wait and see card. We've already talked about the Nine of Wands. So as you can see here, we've got this broken heart, but in time it will heal. So wait and see. There's this need for patience. Continue to be able to put forward that work towards your own healing journey. And maybe the other person needs to be able to do that as well. Okay, so things I feel will fall into place for you. Even though you might have had relationships that did not work out, I feel there's so much more ahead of you. Ace of Swords is giving you the clarity that's needed to perhaps learn these lessons. And even though, yes, it's coming through as the harsh truth of the situation, and sometimes the truth hurts, it gives us what it is that we need in order to cut things or people out of our life to be able to clear the way, clear the path for something better, you know? We also have the Devil energy. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn, or if you personally resonate with that type of vibe where you feel that you're still bound or attached to a situation that's unhealthy or toxic, then there's something here that you need to cut out in order for you to free yourself from that. That could have resulted in this Tower. I mean, we've already seen that energy today representing destruction, catastrophes, separations. It's not pleasant, you know. It levels things out, you know, that don't belong there. And so all you can do in a way is build from the ground up, you know, build something stronger and sturdier in order to have a better foundation in your relationships or even just life overall. We have the Three of Wands. Progress is the key word right there. And that's exactly what it is that you're wanting, rather than being stuck in the past, for example. You know, rather than being stuck in what happened here, you're being directed to look ahead, to be able to plan ahead. You know, what is something for you to look forward to in the future, right? We have the Six of Pentacles. We also have the Temperance. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, and we've got the Fool. Okay, so Six of Pentacles representing equality. We've already seen that as well. And so I really do feel if you've had to detach from toxic relationships or connections where you know it's so much more than how you appear on social media. This really has to have two people who are on the same page, who want the same things, who have the same vision, to be able to work together truly. You know, it's equal give and take in this type of partnership. There is the possibility towards starting again, a new beginning for some of you. I feel for all of you, a new beginning, whether that new beginning is with a brand new person or a new beginning for those of you who would want to reconnect with somebody. And I feel this makes sense as well. You know, change needs to happen in order for you guys to be better off together in the future. So Temperance card, there's that patience reference. We already see the wait and see card, which is again kind of picking up off of patience, because there's work to be done here. But I feel in time, balance, harmony can be restored in your life and in relationships. This can represent reconciliations as well. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, so it's also addressing your opportunity for abundance in your life, prosperity, you know, because some of these situations could also apply towards your work environment and your career. So I feel finances will improve greatly. And this is also a fresh start in love. And I feel if you are dealing with somebody that couldn't offer you the stability and security in a relationship, things are going to shift and change in that area. Yep. Look at this, guys. Now we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Here's another card. Patient. Okay. Be patient. Take things slow, because I feel these lessons that are coming through here, it could be lessons that will take time to learn if you haven't already learned them. You could also be dealing with a masculine who could possibly be earth energy. Okay. Could be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. And I feel they want to really take their time to get to know you. It's not so much about being Instagram official. They might even be the type of person who's private and not wanting to put it out on blast, you know. So yeah, this slow type movement in your relationships might actually be a good thing. All right, so I will leave that there, but hopefully there's something through these messages that you're able to relate to, as I've mentioned, certainly through these lessons that have presented itself through this deck. All right, guys, so now that we have come to the point of this reading where we're going to be focusing on singles, I'm going to be doing something pretty similar like I do on TikTok, as well as on my Instagram page and on YouTube, of course. So we're going to start off with letters. I've combined a couple of alphabet decks, so we might have double letters that come forward. So my singles, this could give you an indication of who is coming towards you. It could even include letters from your own name, but of course it could be a combination of both of you. So let's grab some letters here. People who are already maybe in your life, but you might not see them as a romantic interest, but they could be interested in you. It could go either way. Okay, so let's just see what comes forward. This could, of course, also be new people who you have yet to meet. We have E. Let's see what else. We have L. We have K. We've got B. R. Let's grab a few more for singles. We have J. We could have EJ here, somebody's initials. All right, we've got a few here. We'll take them. There's a T. Ooh, somebody might have a couple of K's in their name, or maybe their initials are KK. It could also be a couple, both first names start with a K. We've got U. We have an O, and lastly, we have an H. Okay, so any of these letters could be a combination of you and your person that you connect with in the future. For some of you, it might even be maybe an ex who wants to reconnect with you. All right, so something along those lines. Let's go ahead and grab some zodiacs now and see who's coming towards you, or again, who could already be surrounding you. Let's grab some zodiacs. Sun, moon, rising, or Venus here, Pisces. Zodiacs. All right, we're starting off with Aquarius. We also have Cancer coming through. We have Virgo as well. We have Aries. Okay, let's grab a couple more cards here. We have Libra, and one last one for Pisces singles. All right, so we do have double Libra coming through. So somebody might have Libra that's quite prominent in their chart. Maybe you do as well. All right, so those are the zodiacs, guys. Let's go ahead and grab some additional descriptions of who is coming towards you. Okay, I'll be pulling from my Enlightened Mystery Oracle Volume 1 and 2. So let's take a look here, Pisces. Okay. You will meet your ideal partner at the movies. You know, so this could be when you're socializing, you're out with friends, out with family, you know, kind of just living life, doing your own thing, and you end up making a connection unexpectedly. Your future love is just around the corner. Whenever I see this, it reminds me of love that's close, you know, and I kind of feel for some of you, you might have already run into this person. You might even know this person, whether you find that you're attracted to them or not, but love is close to you. That's what I'm getting. They could also maybe live in your area, could be a neighbor, something along those lines here. Your ideal mate could be a Capricorn. Did we get a Capricorn? I don't think so, right? No. So in addition to these zodiacs, we've got Capricorn coming through as well. Your ideal mate will not take you for granted. That, of course, is a very nice quality. You guys could meet at a sports event. So again, movie, sports event, it could happen anywhere, of course. Your ideal partner. Oh, you will meet your ideal partner when the sun is out. Okay, so that could be that type of climate where they live, or maybe where you are, in whatever part of the world you're tuned in from. You know, it could also be sunny weather there, or if it isn't, if it tends to always be cloudy, for example, or if it rains a lot, maybe during that one day when it's finally sunny, you might unexpectedly make a love connection, something like that. You will meet your ideal partner when you least expect it. Yeah, just live your life. I feel sometimes you attract it when you stop looking. Your future love will sweep you off your feet. It could also be love at first sight, guys. Your person has a beard or mustache, okay? Let's see, you will meet your ideal partner at your job. Okay, so it's giving us a few possibilities as to where you guys could connect. They could also have dark hair, brown or hazel eyes. Let's grab a couple more. They could come from a large family. Maybe you do as well. And they would be a great lover. Okay, so that's what's coming through. Some pretty nice messages and descriptions. All right, so let's go ahead and grab one more set of oracle messages, and then we'll clarify with tarot here. All right, Pisces, so I'll be pulling from my dating scene oracle, the good, the bad, and everything in between, because not every option or choice that you meet will be a good one, perhaps. And so you need to be able to decipher who it is that you want to invest your time in, and who it is that you would probably be better off moving on from, you know? So let's see. What does that energy look like for singles? For singles. Let's meet for coffee, not ready for anything too serious. And that's okay, you know, taking your time to get to know somebody. So it could be something as simple as, hey, let's meet up, you know, at Starbucks or something. Let's grab some coffee, let's grab a drink, let's get to know each other face to face, that sort of thing. We also have instant connection though for some of you. Soulful bond. We've got dashing and debonair, husband material. We have the perpetual hugger, loves to give and receive hugs from you. We also have Netflix and chill, literally, but of course we all know the interpretation of that, hopefully could go either way, and an occasional smooch. So you need to be able to decipher, you know, the scenario that you are in once you make that connection. We also have secret admirer. Okay, so there could already be somebody that's interested in you that you might not even be aware of. They're afraid to tell you how they feel. And one last one, we've got a love-struck divine masculine. So divine feminine, I have a feeling this is something that you will be able to attract, or you've already attracted it. Okay, there could be, as we see, somebody, possibly a masculine, who already is into you, but maybe you don't know it. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. I'll be pulling from my Luna tarot this time. All right, angels and spirit guides, please. For singles, for Pisces singles. Look at this. I'm telling you, divine feminines, we've got a very prominent divine masculine energy coming through as the Emperor. We've got the Three of Wands. We've got the Lovers card. We have the Seven of Cups. Okay, you've already experienced that Tower, so I feel you already know what to avoid, what situations to avoid, and what situations to be able to invest your time in, as I've mentioned, you know, because it falls on you. It is your decision how things unfold in your love life. You could connect with a Gemini. We see that here. And the Emperor representing Aries. Look at this. So High Priestess, I feel divine feminine, we're going back to your intuitive nature. Okay, I feel once you get back into the dating scene, if you haven't already, that, as I've mentioned, you know, Seven of Cups, you might have multiple choices as to who it is that you want to be able to invest your time into. But we clearly see this divine masculine energy, somebody that might be a very good partner for you, possibly marriage material here, somebody who falls madly crazy in love with you perhaps. And you got to trust what you're feeling in your heart. Follow your heart, basically, divine feminine, because you might feel you experience chemistry and attraction and even a sexual attraction towards more than one person, and you need to be able to decide where those connections might ultimately lead you to. Is it going to be just a physical connection, or is there something more to it? So much potential for you to be able to create love in your life, okay, and new beginnings. Certainly we see that here. And the Wheel of Fortune. So I really feel here, singles, that a part of your destiny is to experience happiness and finally have some good luck when it comes to love and romance. Maybe, you know, you're watching this because you have not had the best experiences in your dating life, but things can certainly change moving forward. Okay, so I see some pretty good vibes and energies coming through here for Pisces singles. All right, guys, so I think I will go ahead and leave it there. I've been talking long enough. We're over an hour at this point, and hopefully there's something here that you're able to relate to. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below in the description box. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment if you'd like. And that's it for now. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Take care.